Okay, back to my ground force baseline. We're going to use this movement to really get into some healthy function of the hip. So I'm going to start by rolling myself to a seated stance, and I'm going to push my feet forward. Now I'm going to draw my right heel all the way in, and I'm going to roll up onto this knee. As I do that, I'm going to transition that right foot to the toes and come back down, sweeping it back in. Back to baseline, draw my left foot in. I'm going to roll up onto my left knee and come onto my toes. All right, let's go for 30 seconds. Back to baseline. You can't do this move without pressing off your hands to get a little lift. That's okay. Use your hands at first, and as your hip abduction gets stronger, you'll find you won't need your hands. There we go. And now you can transition to standing. Perfect. Okay, now let's take that forward roll all the way through. So I'm going to start in this baseline position, both knees on the ground, both fists on the ground. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to create space by lifting my right knee, drawing my left ear to the ground, and rolling. Now I'm going to step over, and I'm going to reverse it going right side. Right hand's coming through the space. I'm just going to alternate that back and forth. One more on my right side. All right, full forward rolls. Okay, now we're gonna take the backward roll all the way through. Depending how much flexion you have in your neck, you may or may not feel ready for this, so take your time with it, and don't be afraid to just work on the stance for longer before you commit to the full roll. All right, so I'm rolling backwards, so I'm in this deep ground force squat. Lower myself down, and in this case it's going to be my right hand that's going to do most of the control. So the back side of my right hand is pushing, my head's rolling out of the way, and I'm coming all the way onto my toes. Notice that there's no momentum. I'm going really slowly so that I can control it and make sure that feels safe for my neck. All right, I'm going to rotate. Now I'm going to go left hand to the mat, here, and I'm using pressure on the back side of my hand come all the way through. Check in with your neck, make sure that feels comfortable. It takes time to adapt to this. Even if it feels limited now, you'll find that in a couple of weeks, it'll start to open up. All right, I'm back to the right side. I'm coming down, laying my right hand down. And let's do one more. Here, left side, rolling, pressing into the mat. I can use this right hand behind me to control my head as it descends on the mat. All right, backward rolls.